the judge tomorrow and say, oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm mentally ill. I don't know what's going on. I plead mentally insane. And they say, okay, go home with a fine of $500.
Well, the only problem with that is his own streams, just like everything else he does.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Recording yourself, bro. Just yo. If I ain't gonna lie, Johnny probably would have got away with this if this nigga wasn't so fucking retarded. Stop recording yourself saying these things. This nigga, hey, it's your boy Tyler saying, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. We gonna turn it up.
Disrespectful IRL streamer walking out of court realizing he's completely destroyed his life. And now he's facing a max sentence of over 40 years in prison.
What's the minimum?
Once you add up all of his charges together. 6 of which he's already pleaded guilty to. And things
God damn. So I'm guessing he got like 15 years, bro.
Just keep getting worse for this guy because he refuses to apologize. He keeps on doubling down on his moronic behavior, and at this point, he's just completely digging his own grave. To the point where he's honestly really going for that #1 spot of the Influencer Hall of Fame morons. Now, you may be asking, how is this possible?
I am.
Well, he's built an entire career of harassing people in public. He went to Japan to do exactly this, and quickly found out because people started confronting him all the time. And it's crazy how much I called what was going to happen over 2 years ago.
You're from America?
Yes.
So am I.
You're from America?
Yeah, you're being obnoxious.
You know what we do to you?
What do you do?
We will do again.
Do what?
His career path is now
That nigga said, do what? I ain't gonna lie. That's an Asian nigga that stand on business. He said, do what? That nigga gotta be from New York or something. Or like, bro, he said, stop playing with me, bro. You being obnoxious, bro. Relax.
limited, to say the least. You can keep streaming to the morons who are entertained by his behavior, but at some point, being disrespectful like this will either get stale or it's going to catch up to him in the worst way possible. But back then, he ended up being chased down by alleged Yakuza members. He was forced to apologize multiple times, but because he didn't do it in a sincere way, he ended up fleeing Japan for Thailand.
What? Bangkok. What a name. What a cool looking city. They should do like GTAs in different countries, bro. This is like Reservoir Dogs.
Call me, be me if you need me. Now they all been watching like it's TV.
Is this copyright music?
Where's the chat? Where's the chat?
No way I do it looking.
Okay, this cool. I don't know if I can.
Be up to you again.
Okay, I like that. We get
But you know, just don't get canceled all over Twitter again.
No worries. I won't bring that heat up.
Maybe throw it down like a bike, no kickstand.
Oh my god, I don't know nothing about this.
Bad.
Stop. Mosheke, sister.
Oh, you a bad. That's what it is.
She do look good though. I ain't gonna lie. See, that nigga got the camera in her face. Nigga like me, I said, can I talk to you for a second? I said, I think you look very pretty, man. I'm from the United States, and I would like to spend a night with you. You know?
You a bad. Let's take you to dinner. I'll change your life, baby.
They don't know your name like it's what you must call it.
So in September of 2024, he arrives here in Seoul, Korea, and he goes to the Mapo district. And He starts to stream by going straight into this.
I ain't gonna lie, I do enjoy him going to all the places with this nigga Johnny Somali. It's a lot of effort and a lot of things, but for the aesthetics of the video, it's really cool. I'm very invested.
GS25 store here. And he immediately made his way to the refrigerator section to buy soju, a traditional Korean alcoholic beverage normally made from either rice or sweet potatoes. And with this, he starts harassing the local citizens of Seoul. So after stopping at this GS25, they made their way down here. Obviously, this venue was packed, and he ended up...
It looks so nice. I ain't gonna lie, you live in a place your entire life. I've lived in the United States my entire life, bro, and I could tell, like, I've been damn near almost every side on the east side. I haven't been nowhere West Coast, but I've been everywhere in New York, Florida. Like, I've been to Atlanta. I lived in Atlanta. But this shit is just so different, bro. I would see this, I'm like, bro, this is like cool. You know, because I lived here my entire life, and maybe people will see that about America, but like, this is cool. Like, it's just different perspectives. That's what I find interesting.
Ended up running up on the stage.
People's reality.
So not long after he goes live here in Seoul, Korea, he immediately jumps up on this stage and interrupts a televised performance.
Okay. What?
So it took him about 10 to 20 minutes to start worrying if he was going to get arrested or not. So they made a run for it and ended up running to this bus stop right here, and they got on this bus.
It's crazy. He's doing like a Scooby-Doo play-by-play, bro.
And here he only rode the bus for a few stops until the bus driver actually threw him off the bus, which in South Korea can easily be a business disruption charge, which he's currently facing 4 of. And you can really tell how uncomfortable his friend got with Johnny because he immediately left him because that was the last time he ever saw his friend on his stream.
Bro, stop being a piece of...
And soon after, he went to this market and bought a fish, went onto a bus, and started harassing people with the fish and playing North Korean propaganda. And when people asked him to...
What the fuck? Nah, I ain't gonna lie, niggas are wildin', bro. It's like the concept of coming into other people's houses, which is like country and acting a fool, is just crazy for foreigners. Like, bro, like that's just insane to me, bro. And you're in a like a foreign place, and people go to these Korean countries and think shit's sweet to get jumped by a bunch of miscellaneous Anbu black characters, bro. Like,
to stop multiple times, he did what he always does. He laughed in their face and didn't do so. So he was eventually confronted by the police, lied to them, so they let him go. And then he continued what he was doing to begin with, and then he was confronted by the police again, and then he lied to them again, and then he was let go yet again. The cycle just keeps repeating with him.
Bro, I would be like, nigga.
This guy, but unfortunately, they just kept a tally and kept charging him with more and more charges.
Rico, the Rico. That's how they get niggas.
Why you being to other people in other countries? For money, for clout. I've said it many times. I don't give a I have no morals. I'm a sociopath. I don't give a Put this in your next YouTube documentary. I don't give a fuck. I want to apologize to the Korean people.
I ain't gonna lie, bro, it's like, at least stand on it, bro. This nigga is spineless. If you gonna crash and burn and die on your hill, bro, at least die on your hill knowing you're not gonna apologize. In the beginning he said he's not gonna apologize. I bet you $1,000 this nigga, when like he's gonna play this up for so long, he's gonna do it like to the last minute, then he's gonna fall to his knees and beg for the judge to like, please, it's all a joke, bro, I don't really mean anything. But listen, it's too late, my nigga. You getting 40 years in jail, bro. You ain't gonna know women. It's nothing but buff, burly Asian niggas in there, bro. And then you might be somebody bitch. I don't know how it working back there, but listen, it might be getting gay.
And at this point, I guess he just felt completely invincible here in South Korea, so that's what led him to do the 7-Eleven crash out, and then later on, the Latte World incident.
French, no English.
And this is what brought me to Seoul in March of 2025, because he was officially indicted. And I've been covering all of this from afar, but I wanted to see what this train wreck was like in person. And honestly, I was in complete disbelief. I've never seen a person who clearly knew better act this dumb and completely destroy his life for zero upside. By March of 2025...
Not even that. He's not even getting paid anymore, bro. I want y'all really to understand, Kick demonetized him, right? And then he went on another app which also demonetized him, so he can't make any revenue. And YouTube is also not giving him money. So he's just doing this to do this. He's just doing this to do this. That is the crazy concept to me. You're not only making yourself look stupid, everybody's making these videos on you. And it's not even like it's a bad public perception, because Japan lets you leave, and you said you're going to change your ways in Japan, get on your knees and be like, please, and you beg for them to forgive you, just for you to go back to your country, say, oh, I didn't mean any of it, haha, then go to Korea and make yourself a fool out of in Korea. That is crazy to me, bro. That is so crazy to me. So whatever happens to you, nobody has any sympathy for you. And this is like, goes to show, not good, all publicity is good publicity, y'all. Like, he looking for short-term money. You could tell he's not that smart, bro. He's not that smart, because the only way he knows how to make content is by arguing with people and yelling at people, right? What I'm doing now isn't that crazy, but at least I'm trying to not be a nuisance to the society of other places and just society in general.
He'd already been stuck in Korea for months, and finally, he had his opportunity to just apologize, take his penalty, and go home. What did he do, though? Absolutely not that. Instead...
What? They was gonna let this nigga go home.
Instead, he chose to insult the judge and judge's family just days before his trial, then show up to his trial over an hour late drunk.
Wow.
The judge, the prosecutor, y'all can suck my causing anxiety by carrying a fish. Tell the judge you can suck my. I'll bring a fish to your mother's house.
Do you admit the charges?
Bro, this nigga's an idiot, bro. He's an idiot. What do you think Trump gonna get you out? You're a nigga. If you are white, maybe, but you're a nigga. Like, bro.
Is there anything you want to say? Do you admit the charges? Don't you want to apologize?
I love North.
Now, as you can probably see, that was a complete disaster before, during, and after the trial. So did he take this as a massive wake-up call to maybe sharpen up, start apologizing, and get his stuff together? Absolutely not. He continued to live stream himself committing felonies.
Stop this man! Stop this man! He's harassing my girlfriend! Go away!
Stop this man. Stop this man. He's harassing my girlfriend. If you don't beat that nigga ass.
At this point, I don't even know.
Yo, this nigga Johnny Somali. Like, bro, the level of stupidity needs to be documented. Bro, time alone really has you think with your own thoughts. I don't think they have TV in Korean jail. I don't know what it is, but man, that nigga gonna have to rethink his life. Well, what is his, bro? I be wondering, like, what nigga's parents be seeing him? What does his parents think of this? Like, does he have parents or does he have family? Are they embarrassed? Like,
how is this person real? And this is what's brought us back now in August of 2025, because he's now racked up 8 charges. So we're now on our way to interview a guy by the name of Jung Do, because he hit me up the other day and he claims
is that Korean John Doe?
That he sucker punched Johnny in the face, and he wanted to take us to the spot where he did it and give some backstory to why he did so. We're standing here in Gwangjang Market, and I'm here with Jung Do, who infamously punched Johnny Somali in the face while he was standing right here.
Bro, I love this. Yo, I love this. Like, I love it. I love it. Him traveling to the spot, interviewing people. Worth it, because this shit is almost at 1 million views, and this Johnny Somali saga's probably hella lucrative for this nigga too. Bro, this is cool. I love it.
I had a few questions for him about what happened, and my first question would be, why did you do it?
So the reason why I did it is because he was assaulting people in my country. Just by his behavior, just made me feel like furious, made me go like blind rage, just by harassing women and children and elderly people because for its clout, and also desecrating the statue, that memorial.
Oh yeah, bro. I made a whole video about him doing the statue about the people who were taken as prisoners and used as sex slaves, bro. The women and little girls, bro. That there, bro, wildin'. He's wildin' for that, bro.
Realizes women were forced into slavery, sorry about that, by Japanese imperials, which, by the way, most of them are underage. So after he did that, I just like, you know, screw it, I'm just gonna risk it.
Because you're in your 20s.
Yeah, he got a little gyno on him.
I'm assuming most people in Korea in their 20s also feel the same way.
Little boy just, kids are the funniest thing. Just stop in the middle of the video.
Towards him, or?
Yeah, where everyone's just sick of him. Most people recognize him for wrong reason.
If I may ask, how were you able to
The mama said, get the fuck out the video, bro.
track him down?
So to make it short, I was about to do some of my personal problems dealing with accounting things. So then all of a sudden, around 2 or 3 o'clock, Johnny was live streaming. I decided to call my friends, so we decided to gather in the Discord call and told them, guys, this guy is streaming. We gotta figure where this guy is.
Damn, they did drills on the Discord. They said we gonna link, bro.
I know where his house is, but I'm not sure if you go to other places that I'm not familiar with. So can you guys track him down while I'm riding a train? And it was like, sure, go ahead. So basically the 4 of us figure out where he's going. Man, it was like a really long journey. And it kind of point I was really
I ain't gonna lie, niggas traveling to beat your ass is crazy, bro.
exhausted by it. I was really close to giving up. And then until one specific spot that helped me find this guy. It was a coffee shop right here.
Oh, so it was the White Button Coffee and Dessert?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, okay.
But it's all because of this place that I figured it out. And all of a sudden, I was like filled with just adrenaline coming up. In my mind, this one music from Red Dead Redemption on the Nightmare.
This nigga such a dweeb. But listen, I love that he stood up for what he believed in. Like, bro, a lot of niggas don't have the heart to do that, bro. He saw Johnny doing some fuck shit in this country. He said, bro, you fucking with the kids, old people, and girls? Fuck no. I'ma find you, nigga.
I think it's called Voodoo, Bad Voodoo. Have you played that game? Yes. So this music was playing on my head, and then I was like, kept running, and then I arrived here. And one of my friends just told me like, dude, I saw a police station in your camera. Bail, man, just bail. And then I walk across the street, and then I came here.
You ended up sucker punching him right here, and then you ran this way, right?
Yeah.
And he kind of started chasing you a little bit, and you had a little bit of a confrontation. So you guys ran down here, and then if I remember correctly, you ran down here, and then this is essentially where the altercation ended. Because he said something, you ended up running a little bit back up the stairs, and then you went, oh, okay, I gotta disengage.
Yeah, right? It's like, I'm just so tired. I just want to go back home. That's it.
That's real.
If you want to go around and harass these people just for clout, or just do something really stupid in public, get a life, or do something.
Thanks so much for your time. I hope you have a wonderful day, man.
Yeah, thank you.
Operation 2 a.m. pizza secured.
Seems like a nice guy. Good for him.
We gotta find a CU.
Good for him. I bet he wanted that. I'm glad he got that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of niggas need something like that in their life just to stand up for themselves, bro. Even though he was just fighting for everybody else, but that nigga said, I don't know, if anybody gonna hit that nigga, it's gonna be me.
Again, or a 7-Eleven. Oh, right here. Okay, that made it easy. Something in here is calling my name as well. Do I want a fish ice cream? It's like a bean paste ice cream. This also looks interesting.
I've seen that in the anime before.
This kind of seems like a vibe. Honey apple ice cream cone. That's probably fascinating. So in Korea, they do things where it's like, they give you an ice cup, and then you buy your own drinks, and then you mix it into the ice cup, and then you have a ready-to-go drink. Oh, yeah. You can also add all these things in here as well. We have something else in mind, though. Okay, so we've now acquired our ice cups, but instead of making our own drinks inside of the 7-Eleven, which is extremely common here, we're going to do it a little bit differently, because today's video is sponsored by Gamer Subs. Shout out Gamer Subs. Without them, we wouldn't be in Korea right now.
Shout out to bro, shout out Gamer Subs.
We bought some
water, his code up,
and we're
show
going to
him
mix
some love.
for 250 milliliters. Oh my. Don't worry, I shall clean that up.
Johnny no longer lived with him. And to be fair, are we surprised there's... Hey, Johnny owed him $20,000. He wasn't associated with Johnny anymore, and Johnny no longer lived with him.
Damn.
And to be fair, are we surprised there's trouble in paradise when you have two dudes living on top of each other in an extremely small apartment for about a year? No. Especially when you consider that one of the dudes there is not making any money. He's actually just a drain on this dude's life, and he's causing a massive rift between him and his family. And this guy's family is paying for the other dude's trial. It's just not a good deal for them whatsoever.
We're now headed to the...
Like, bro, they paying for this nigga trial. Like, what? I ain't gonna lie, if that was that nigga family, I'm like, bro, let that nigga sink, bro. Let that nigga drown.
Johnny Somali trial. It's the day of. The trial begins in just a few hours. It's pouring rain here in Seoul. So we have the umbrellas on deck. Walk there. And it's going to be interesting to see what happens today because...
This nigga need to let his mustache grow, bro. The shit on the side of his face, but let that little mustache grow, big bro.
This apparently is supposed to be the most important trial day because you actually have a witness, which is Bong Bong. And it'll also be really interesting to see if Bong Bong actually shows up because it seems like there's been a lot of intimidation towards her because Johnny Somali and the people who support him don't want her to show up and testify. But again, she's not the only one who has the deepfake charges against him.
Was there a chance that this is also the day that we get to know like the closing dates and whatnot?
Could be. And the other interesting thing that's happening today is we'll find out what the fourth obstruction of business is.
This shit like a vacation for him, but he working though. Like, this shit is hilarious,
so today, the trial is actually at 4 p.m., not 9 in the morning. So the odds of him not oversleeping and showing up drunk are a lot higher. But never zero with this guy. So what are we expecting to happen today in court?
We're going to hear a new charge, which is obstruction of business. We know that.
Yeah.
And we're going to hear a plea.
Yeah.
We're going to hear him confirm his address.
Okay.
Confirm his occupation. See what he's going to say. And then, what do we got? Bong Bong.
Right. Okay.
This nigga seems like frantic. He seems like he on something. He could just be like high strung and high wired.
Testify, and it should be very interesting.
Well, I guess we'll check back in when we know. So Johnny's current freedom will be decided behind these doors.
Obviously, I can't film inside the court, so we did a little drawing again. So
Oh, fuck, yeah.
here you see the judge in the middle there, and then on one side you have the prosecution, and on the other side you have the defense. And clearly we had a very sad Johnny Somali sitting in court today. So this is essentially what it looked like. You had the translator in the middle, and then you had the prosecution and the defense on opposite sides, and obviously the judge in the middle behind what says court in Korean there.
I ain't gonna lie, it looked...
It's the boys. How we feeling?
Niggas think they so cool. I ain't gonna lie, that nigga Johnny, you going to jail for the rest of your life, my nigga. That nigga probably like 23, 24. That nigga about to get out when he get all them 40 years. What? He gonna be 64, bro. I mean 66. My bad math.
Did you see that strut? What were the big updates?
The Conor McGregor. I ain't gonna lie, and it's crazy. Like, bro, this nigga is literally just like a joke to these niggas. Like, bro, we're making content about you being an idiot in another country, and it's so bad, my nigga. We were able to make like a 5-part series, like a 15-part series. I don't know how many videos he made. Not only that, my nigga, yo, we're making so much bread off you being stupid. Well, we were able to travel here, bro, and make a whole little series.
Definitely walk in cursive, or at the very least, italic. I've never seen someone try to keep that straight of a face before.
All right, so we just got out of court. What were the big updates that happened during it?
Well, we had not a surprise witness, because the definition of that is somebody who we didn't know was going to be called. But we just made a mistake about assuming who was going to be called. It actually turned out to be the Lotte World employee who had to deal with Johnny.
Oh, so we thought Bong Bong was going to be called, but it wasn't Bong Bong. It was her instead.
Yes, so that was for the section of business at Lotte World, and then but Johnny changed his plea to guilty.
So therefore, she didn't have to testify.
Exactly. There's no need for her to testify.
She could just go because she pled guilty.
So he changed that one plea, so now we only have 2 not guilty pleas.
These is 3 odd characters of niggas, bro. like.
And the 2 that are not guilty pleas, those are both for the deepfakes, or for the...
Those are both for the deepfakes.
Right.
And
they're going to call witnesses for that. This is what they were arranging now.
Okay, so they did not originally want witnesses for that, or that's what...
The lawyers tried to stop it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Since he insists on a not guilty plea, they have to call the witnesses.
But since now witnesses are involved, that means the next trial is going to be 2 to 3 months out from now, I'm assuming.
October 24th.
October 24th.
Oh my God.
Is the next trial then, okay.
We're waiting for confirmation from that right now, because we always want to check, but it sounded like, we're pretty certain, that sounded like October 24th. Right? Yeah.
The lawyer was asking for too much time for cross-referencing, so the judge said that prosecution said they only needed...
Like, we know this nigga Johnny going to jail. Why are they dragging shit out, bro? Just hit this nigga with the gavel. And you know the blind lady with the scale, bro? Put that nigga on one side and put a feather on the other and have him weigh heavier than the feather. My night. Shout out Captain Sparkles.
Like 10-15 minutes. He wanted like 25-30 minutes.
So that means the lawyer, since the lawyer first tried to stop the testimony, or stop the witnesses, but since the court insists on the witnesses, the lawyer asked for more time than they could allocate.
Okay.
So that means he really wants to, grill the witnesses.
So would you overall say this trial went good or bad for Johnny, or this case, or this trial date?
I think it was pretty stupid.
Okay.
It was but you have a defendant who's insisting on these not guilty pleas, and you have a lawyer who was just flustered, and this was actually the first time we heard this lawyer make an argument.
Yeah, and how do you do?
His argument was that Johnny did not produce the deepfakes, he only distributed them.
Distributed, bro. That don't make it better. Oh, I got the illegal stuff. Oh, but I gave it to everybody else. It wasn't just me, bro. That's sick.
Right.
To which the prosecution says, well, that's what you're accused of. You're accused of distributing them.
That's what I'm saying.
Regardless of whether you made them.
Yeah.
So why are you insisting on a not guilty plea? But he is. It's a paradox.
Right.
It's like basically
you
saying,
made them, you're guilty.
yes.
Oh, if you said you distributed them, you're guilty.
Yeah, they cannot deny having distributed them. I think it goes back to what the lawyer said, like way back when. We said the law itself is stupid.
Right. Okay.
They're trying to argue.
They're trying the Chewbacca defense.
Johnny. Excuse you guys. No, okay. They don't want to be on camera.
What's interesting also is the North Korea charges that were hovering over his head, because he was actually brought in for questioning there. And he essentially got out of that by saying, hey, I didn't know what I was saying or doing. Please don't charge me.
Oh my God. Okay, playing stupid.
When I go to the judge tomorrow and say, oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm mentally ill. I don't know what's going on. I plead mentally insane. And they say, okay, go home with a fine of $500.
Well, the only problem with that is his own streams, just like everything else he does.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Recording yourself, bro. Just yo. If I ain't gonna lie, Johnny probably would have got away with this if this nigga wasn't so fucking retarded. Stop recording yourself saying these things.
But here, he proves that he is very aware of how serious this behavior is here.
What's the law on that? You said you read up on the law. What's the law on that, North Korea?
All right, so no propaganda, bro.
No propaganda. What is
don't carry around no.
What's the definition of propaganda?
No propaganda, bro.
No propaganda. What is the?
Carry around no.
SMJ? Yes, MJ Jersey.
What's the definition of propaganda?
Papers, like, papers promoting Kim Jong-un, like T-shirts promoting Kim Jong-un, none of that, bro.
Look at that lady in the corner, hear them talking about Kim Jong-un, like, oh my God, what the fuck? Yeah.
I ain't got no T-shirt.
Nah, I know, but don't be talking about him and saying
He is overly chopped, bro. Oh my God, this nigga fucking Johnny Somali make me want to spit on him. I've never met a human cockroach in my life other than this moment. Most people who are like chopped is because they got a disease. This nigga's just Somalian. No, he's not even Somalian. He's just ugly.
He's a real god and whatnot.
What's kind of ironic of all this is clearly, as we saw in the start of this video, Johnny wanted so badly to be liked and kind of be like Ice Poseidon. But unfortunately for him, his own behavior led to him being hated even by his idol.
This is the reality of the situation, okay? I'm telling you the reality.
I'm listening.
I went to Japan before, no problems. After you did your... I went to Japan, a bunch of problems. Why is that? Because of you. Made my life harder, so I do not like you.
So clearly, reality is slowly kicking in with Johnny that, hey, you're no longer playing a
I love this shirt.
game. You have some serious consequences that are hanging over your head. Because it seems like he's taking this more
Nah, when a whole country hates you, bro, boy.
seriously now. He still showed up late, but at least he had a fitting suit, and he didn't make a whole scene when he arrived. But the main thing I noticed looking at him was, wow, he looks incredibly defeated. But unfortunately for him, he still hasn't apologized. He's now ran out of time to apologize and get a more linear sentence here, because for some reason he just keeps doubling down. His whole strategy here does not make sense, because he was hit with 8 charges, 6 of which he's already pleaded guilty to. That was the 4 obstruction of business charges and the 2 misdemeanors. But the last 2 charges, which are the more serious charges, he pleaded not guilty to. And he did it in a little bit of an interesting way, because these last 2 charges, they are for distributing and creating deepfakes. And he pled not guilty, but also said while he was pleading not guilty that, oh, he did distribute them. And while that could make sense if you're in the US, here in Korea, under his circumstances, that does not make sense whatsoever, because he's ran out of money. He's using Hank's money to keep paying for his own attorney. And
damn. Why does Hank fuck with this nigga so bad?
This is only going to prolong the entire trial process and make his sentencing even harsher, because he's not pleading guilty. And as we've already established, he's already distributed them. So from the people I've talked to here, that'll extend both his trial process, but also make his sentence way harsher. And realistically, he's looking at a prison sentence from anywhere from 3 to 8 years here. And that's if the charges stay as is, because before every single trial date, they add more charges. And that's because, again,
he live streamed himself committing felonies because the dude can't stop incriminating himself. So this might go down as one of the largest cases of a streamer effing around and finding out. But if you want to try Gamersubs for free, you can go to gamersubs.gg/Atozy. You can get a free sample packet when you use code Atozy. Or if you want another way to support the channel, we have a whole plethora of new releases over on Matt.City, including the Soul Collection. And you can use those as a rug on the floor or hang them up as wall decor. It's up to you. I mean, look at this thing. It looks pretty dope.
That is
Matt
cool.
City, baby. Notice how they're actually braided as well, so they'll actually last a long time.
Also, a lot of people wanted the exact drawing I did from court last time, but unfortunately I discarded it. But this time, I'm keeping it. And if someone wants it, I'll just be putting it on eBay. Open bid, $1. Have at it, guys. It could be yours for maybe like 20 bucks. Who knows, depending on how many people actually want it. I also want to give a big shout out to Gabe from Culture Brat Productions for helping with clips for this video. And he's just dropping one of the largest documentaries on IRL streaming now soon, which he's just released a trailer to right here, which you can check out here. But other than that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Wow. Okay. Hey, Johnny.
Stop selling them phones that's wired to the federal government.